Welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving straight into one of the most unbelievable cybercrimes in history. We're going to break down a day that completely shook the internet, looking at exactly how the world's biggest social media accounts were all compromised at the exact same time. We'll explore the method they used, the sheer panic of the fallout, and the incredibly surprising identity of the mastermind behind the whole shebang.
Okay, picture this. It's July 15, 2020. You open up your feed and boom, you suddenly see this exact shocking message posted by the official verified account of Elon Musk. Send me $1,000 in Bitcoin and I'll send 2,000 back. Now, at first glance, you might think, okay, maybe it's just a bizarre joke from an eccentric billionaire, right? But then the situation completely spirals out of control.
The chaos escalated across millions of feeds so fast. Let's look at the timeline. At 0 minutes, that initial tweet from Elon Musk goes live. A mere 10 minutes later, Barack Obama's official account posts the exact same message. Fast forward just 30 minutes, and an absolute avalanche of high-profile accounts. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Kanye West, Joe Biden, they're all broadcasting this identical Bitcoin giveaway. Millions of followers are seeing these tweets instantly. And because people trust these massive names, it created this huge wave of public trust in the scam. I mean, people were genuinely thinking, wait, have all these powerful people been hacked at the exact same time? Naturally, the whole world was wondering the exact same thing. Did an absolute genius just break Twitter? People instantly imagined this highly sophisticated cybercriminal sitting in a dark room somewhere, furiously typing out advanced code to bypass multi-million-dollar corporate firewalls. You know, the expectation is always complex password cracking and advanced coding, like in the movies. But the reality? The attackers didn't break servers at all. They didn't crack any complex cryptographic passwords or outsmart some advanced AI defense. Nope. Instead, they went after the absolute weakest part of any company, the humans. They simply manipulated regular human beings to get the exact access they needed. So let's take a look at the method and see exactly what happened inside the attack. The crucial concept we have to talk about here is social engineering. Basically, this is a technique where criminals trick people into giving access willingly instead of actually hacking computers. It completely proves that human psychology is often the absolute weakest link in any security system. The attackers realized early on they didn't need to fight incredibly robust algorithms. They just needed to talk to the right person. It's wild how they bypassed advanced tech with something as mundane as a polite phone call. Step 1, they directly contacted Twitter employees. Step 2, they impersonated professional members of Twitter's own IT department. They sounded highly professional, used all the right corporate jargon, and knew exactly what to say to a remote worker. And finally, step 3, they simply convinced those employees to willingly reveal their login credentials and internal security info. I mean, just imagine being one of those employees later, realizing you literally handed over the keys to the kingdom. Once they were inside those internal tools, the attackers had enormous power. This is where the real damage was done. Because they had the credentials, their first action was to change the email addresses associated with the accounts. The immediate consequence? It totally locked out the actual legitimate account owners. From there, they could just reset passwords to take full, unhindered control. And ultimately, this allowed them to access these incredibly famous accounts and tweet directly from verified pages to millions of unsuspecting followers. So, leveraging the immense trust associated with those verified blue check marks, the scammers broadcasted this painfully simple message: I'm giving back to my community, send Bitcoin, and I will send double back. When a message like this comes from the verified account of a billionaire or a former president, people naturally drop their guard. They think, why not send some Bitcoin? I'm sure a multi-billionaire like Elon Musk really is just giving away money today. And you know what? The strategy worked flawlessly. Because people genuinely trusted those verified accounts, money poured in from victims all around the world. Over $100,000 worth of Bitcoin was stolen by the hackers in just a matter of hours. The sheer speed of this scam was absolutely breathtaking. But you can't pull off something like that without drawing heat. Let's look at the investigation and the digital clues they left behind. The FBI immediately stepped in to trace the digital wallets and find the mastermind. The investigation moved really fast, and the conclusion absolutely shocked the world. Authorities tracked the digital clues on the blockchain down to Florida and made an arrest. The alleged mastermind behind the largest breach in history, a guy named Graham Ivan Clark, and incredibly, he was only 17 years old. A teenager managed to compromise one of the most powerful social media platforms on Earth, mostly just by sounding confident on the phone? No way, right? The fallout was immense for everyone involved. Graham Ivan Clark faced serious charges and eventually accepted a plea agreement, which sentenced him to serve years under supervision. But the consequences didn't stop with him. Twitter faced intense global criticism for allowing a breach like this to even happen. In response, the company was forced to completely overhaul its infrastructure. They drastically strengthened their internal security systems and heavily restricted employee access to those powerful, sensitive tools that the scammers had exploited. All right, so what does this all mean for us? Let's shift over to your biggest security threat and our final lesson. This story undeniably proves that our biggest security weakness is almost never technology, it's human trust. So make sure you're taking actionable steps to protect your own digital footprint. First up, never trust online giveaways promising easy money. If it sounds too good to be true, it for sure is. Always enable two-factor authentication on your accounts. Take a second to verify suspicious messages, even if they appear to come from a verified or trusted source. And overall, just guard your accounts carefully, because as we've seen, manipulating a person is often way easier than cracking a code. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. In a digital world where a single, simple mistake can make absolutely anyone a victim, whether you're just a casual scroller or a tech billionaire, would you have trusted Elon Musk's tweet that afternoon? Honestly, would you have fallen for the scam? It's a vital question to keep in mind the next time you're scrolling through your feed. Keep your guard up, stay secure, and thanks for joining me today.